Hey, we'll see you May 11th in Denver, Colorado. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. I'm here with Paul Stone and Kurt Mexican. And so remember we talked about this. So interest rates went high, right? Because they put $5 trillion at least with the CARES Act for COVID, and when they shut everybody's business down. And so now interest rates are up, just as predicted. And so now banks are failing because of that. And so the Fed was like, well, we're gonna lower the interest rate. Don't worry, we're gonna lower the interest rate. They said they were gonna have 3 interest rate lowerings this year. Well, that was a big lie, because this is from, what day is this from? This is from May 2nd. If Americans want lower interest rates, they're gonna have to do it themselves, says analysts. So the Fed said they're not lowering. So here, the Federal Reserve indicated it is unlikely to lower rates just yet, which means anyone who carries a balance on their credit card won't get a break on sky-high interest charges. Rather than wait for a rate cut, consumers should take matters in their own hands.
New credit card.
And go. That's
already on it.
That's what they say. That is literally the advice.
No.
Yeah. Hey,
The
let me tell you
advice-
something I learned a long time ago on a $5,000 nothing credit card debt that I couldn't pay down back in 20 years ago. Okay. And then I left school. I started doing comedy. Didn't make any money at it. I just didn't pay it. They just ducked it. And you know what happened after, well, I don't know, maybe 7 to 10 years?
What, just went away?
They just sent me more credit cards.
Yeah.
With a lower limit.
Yeah.
You know what the penalty was?
What?
But now this is not a big amount of money, right?
Right.
And then I think I paid it for pennies on the dollar to the recovery
To the
thing,
credit, yeah.
because I was hip to that by then.
Yeah.
But the thing that blew me away was, so I could have responsibly paid the money I spent on this of $5,000, and I didn't. And what was my penalty? Here's 2 more cards. You didn't even apply for them. We just sent them to you because we heard you were a piece of shit, and that makes you an ideal candidate to have more credit cards.
So once you default on a credit card, they're willing to give you another one right away, because you can't default twice within 7 years, and they can hound you forever for that. So in the wake of the recent rate hike cycle, the average credit card rate rose from 16.34% in March of 2022 to almost 21% today. That's a near all-time high. Currently, the interest rates on personal loans are closer to 12%.
Shit, is the mob still around? Can I hit them up for better rates?
So this is their advice. Those anticipating a dip in the new credit cards APRs in the near future should probably adjust their expectations.
Oh, am I having expectation inflation? Is that the problem? We need to lower my expectation rates.
Total credit card balances have been above $1 trillion since August of 2023. Now they're around 1.05 trillion since this past February. So let me bring in Paul. So Paul, now you explained before about what they're doing, because inflation is hot. So when prices are increasing, they raise interest rates. And why do they raise interest rates? So that will cool down the economy, meaning people will lose their jobs. They try to get people to get laid off to cool inflation.
We need a cooler.
This sounds like a
casino.
This sounds like an evil form of economics, but that's what they're doing.
Sounds like mind control is what it sounds like to me.
And now they're not. They're just telling. So now they're not going to lower the interest rates. And what do you make of that, Paul?
Well, if they want to lower interest rates, it's generally because we're in a crisis. So the only reason you lower rates in a major way, it's like being stuck in the mud. You just floor the gas pedal. You just floor it, and hopefully you can get out from being stuck. So when you look back, and anyone can Google, write in, give us a call. We'll send you a link to look at a very simple Federal Reserve chart from the Federal Reserve's website that just shows normalcy is an interest rate around 5 or 6%. So now we're just complaining that money isn't free. Because money was free during the Obama administration, rates were at 0 for 8 years, and we got used to that, and banks got used to that, and the whole world got used to that, and now we have inflation that is in a way bothering the Federal Reserve. We've been dealing with inflation at about maybe 8% a year since the 70s, 8% a year. So if your wages aren't going up 8% a year, you're slowly drowning. So when they cut rates, it's to flood the world with money, like flooding your engine with gas and trying to get your wheels to get your car from being unstuck. And then you immediately, historically, would start raising rates higher again, back to a normal place, like 5-6%. When rates are going up, yes, you're trying to cool an overheating economy historically, but here you're just trying to cool a money printed economy, but you can't stop the money printing. So if you print, you continue to affect higher inflation. So you can't lower rates because then inflation gets out of the bag. And once that's out of the bag, it's wreaking havoc everywhere. And that's a fire that's very difficult to put out. So they're not going to be raising rates because they can't quit printing.
They're not going. I mean, they're not going to be lowering rates.
Lowering rates, yes.
Sorry. Because they can't keep printing money. I believe having a substantial percentage of my financial future secured with gold and silver. I do believe in that. You know this if you watch this show. That's why I decided to partner with our sponsor, Colonial Metals Group. They helped me set up a safe and secure self-directed IRA where I have access to my assets no matter what the stock market, or for that matter, what the government is doing. Let the team of experts at Colonial Metals Group help you protect your family's future. We put together a special offer for our audience. Listen to this offer. Click on the link in the description below or call the special 800 number, which is 888-910-1419, and you'll receive a safe. You're going to get a safe and up to 10 grand in free silver. They say up to. I want to know how much that is going to be. So call 888-910-1419, 888-910-1419, and let a team of experts at Colonial Metals help you protect your family's future. Hey, come see us do a live show. We're going to be in Denver, Colorado, May 11th, Los Angeles, California, doing a live panel show with a celebrity panel and video, Ashland, Virginia, Athens, Georgia, Rutherford, New Jersey, with Max Blumenthal, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Ontario, California, Irvine, California, Chicago, Illinois, with another celebrity panel, live video show in Chicago, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, jimmydore.com. for a link for tickets.